Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cholera, bringing you a tribute commentary to the late Ma Jae-yoon, who unfortunately, after a long debilitating disease of the soul, passed away earlier this week. He's no longer with us. He's off to a worse place, which is namely the CJ and STX B team. Earlier this week, yeah, for you guys who don't know, Savior was demoted, and many of us will miss him. But to remember him as the champion he once was, and may again one day come back to be, I'm going to just present this excellent game that he played about a year ago, back when he was still one of the best players in the world, and thanks to one of my viewers for recommending this to me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. We haven't heard much from Savior recently, and this news, really surprised me. Well, it didn't really surprise me, to be honest. I mean, we could have seen it coming, but the fact that Savior, who was, a three-time MSL winner, one-time OSL winner, would be demoted to the B team, is shocking, because you wouldn't expect him to slump that hard, but evidently he has been slumping very hard, and there are other players, much and zealous, in fact, willingly demoting themselves to their respective B teams in order to get some more practice, and that actually helped them out a lot. So perhaps this will help Savior out too. CJ is a very, very tough team. But anyway, so back to this game. This is a game played in the Pro League between CJ and STX Seoul on the map Nemesis, and I have taken a brief look at it. It does have some very, very, very classy moments of Savior brilliance. For those of you guys who are new to StarCraft Pro Gaming, Savior was pretty much the best player in the world all of 2006, and for the first few months of 2007 before Bisu dethroned him. And he was just, at that time, absolutely dominant, just to the degree that Flash is today. And by the way, here we're seeing, I believe, a 9-pool from Savior here. I should pay some attention to the actual game here. We're seeing a 9-pool from Savior on the map Nemesis. And Nemesis is a pretty big map. There's 4 spawning locations, so interesting. Savior going for the 9-pool, not going to go for any sort of a 12-pool fast expansion or anything like that. Unfortunately, he's going to get spotted directly by the STC with a little map hack scouting there. There are 4 locations, and he went directly across the map, so nice work by him getting it, and he probably will be prepared for this early rush, so he might be a little bit behind after this. Looks like the scouting SCV might actually do some damage. Nope, not going to get the drone. The old Savior, what was I thinking? Savior would never let one of his drones get killed by the SCV back when he was the Savior of old. And now we're seeing, the SCV and the Marine on the ramp, probably going to block this, and I think Savior's actually trying to go for the lower left location. He doesn't know, of course, where the STC is yet, and we're seeing him going the wrong direction, so there's definitely enough SCVs to take care of this, and the STC will be fine against this rush. Before the game heats up too much, a couple of shout-outs. First off, everyone go check Diggity's cast of the multi-site tournament out, if you guys haven't already. I believe there's a link to it in his profile. Basically, the best foreign team at the multi-site tournament just took on Team Maestro of the Pro League, of course, pro games in Korea, and it was a very exciting match. I recommend you guys watch it, just for a chance to see, foreigners against Koreans. It's just really something you rarely ever see. It looks like Savior's going to go for 2 more hatcheries, one inside the protected expansion inside your base, and one in front of his base. And we're seeing a fast expand here from the STC. So I'd say the STC is a little bit ahead here, since Savior did go for the little 9-pool at the beginning, the little rush, but he won't be behind. I mean, he won't be behind that much. Savior won't, because he has decided to go for 2 more hatcheries, and we're probably going to expect a relatively fast Mulelisk harass from him. He is well known for that, going for the 3 hatchery into Mulelisks. By the way, a couple other things to say. First off, shout out to myself, to my old videos. Basically, a lot of people have been asking me, have you ever done any games when Savior was at his greatest? And I have actually done 2 series, final series he played in the MSL and the OSL from the past. This is from earlier in my videos, when I was just starting off in my commentating career, and I don't think a lot of people watch them. So if you guys want to see the Blast from the Past series, they're right in my channel. You can just go into the playlists and check them out. And also Savior versus Naura, who could forget that? That was an absolutely really great series. So do check them out. So shout out to myself and my old my old commentaries. Boxer versus Reach, it's down there. Boxer versus Garimto. Yeah, there's a lot of old series in there. So be sure to check them out if you guys get a chance. And what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, there's a hilarious video on John747's accounts. It was actually up since March, but you guys should watch it. It's of Team KTF going to boot camp, like Marine boot camp in Korea. For 3 days and getting the crap kicked out of them, basically. It's just hilarious watching these pro gamers, have to do like crazy sit-ups and crazy amounts of push-ups and I don't know, carry logs over their heads and go into the ocean and get the crap kicked out of them. It looks like almost like Navy SEAL training that they had to go through. And we are seeing the spire from Savior, so STC probably has his scan up. He probably will be able to spot that with his first scan, and he probably will have a few turrets up. Knowing Savior, though, I'll be expecting him to go for the Spire, and then immediately after the Spire is done, to build the Mutalisks, and then to go for the Hydralisk Den. We'll see if he decides to fulfill my expectations, at least. That was his signature build, to go for the Hydralisk Den immediately afterwards and get the Lurkers out. At the same time, get enough map control to pick up his second expansion. And that is a build that has been copied by many. Of course, he wasn't the inventor of that build. That's not it doesn't take that much to invent, but he certainly made it very popular as sort of the standard Zerg vs Terran build. And yeah, go check out that video. It's hilarious. And for those of you guys who think I have an unwarranted man crush on Reach, check him out. He's the only one among the KTF team who actually isn't dying the entire time from the physical toll it's taking on him. And for all those who do have a man crush on him, his shirt is off in part of the video too, and you can see his bulging chest muscles. Anyway, which the other players unfortunately also lack. I mean, they do work out. Every player does work out, and the pro teams are forced to, but as part of their training regimens, but he obviously takes it much more seriously than the others or whatever, because he's a lot more athletic than they are. And we are seeing some Firebats, some turrets going up for STC. Firebats around the map, interesting enough. That's an interesting placement. I think they're just going to get picked off, though, by roving Mutalisks, but I know what he's doing. He's trying to prevent drone scouts. He knows Savior's ways, and he's trying to put those Firebats out to catch the drones as they're trying to build the next expansion. Here we do see Savior making the 9 Mutalisks, and the STC seems to be pretty well prepared, though. He's got turrets around his base in all the important places, and this map is fairly easy to defend as a Terran player because that expansion is so well protected in the corners. Here comes Savior with his harass, though, picking off 2 Marines and spotting the rest of them, though. He probably won't be going in for a frontal attack here. And the STC is not going to get a spawn to Savior's base, but we are seeing the Hydralisk Den going up for Savior. He is going to go for the Lurkers now, and also going for the first Evolution Chamber. I think we might be seeing... no, we haven't seen +1 up yet for the STC. Here comes the harass, though, inside of the STC's base. Savior's managed to find a hole in the turret line, picking off the SCV, building the factory there, and floating away effortlessly. Comparing his play to Jaedong, I think Jaedong's might be even a little more macro-oriented. Jaedong more often goes for the double expand straight off, especially if he expects a turn to go for this kind of fast expand. He'd actually go for the double expand, but he might not go for the... Well, he probably will go for the Mutalisk, but it would be a little bit slower than Savior's, just by a tad. And perhaps he would switch to Lurker and into Hive Tech a little faster. Savior of late has been doing that also, which hasn't been very successful. Well, basically nothing Savior's been doing recently has been very successful, unfortunately. Ooh, nice work by the